in our military, we have defined the core principles as military necessity, the principle of humanity, principle of distinction, and principle of proportionality. Now, I'm aware that there are a lot of discussion as to what qualifies as a general principle. Some have 5, some have only 2. It's different. But those are the 4 general principles that have been described in the manual. That doesn't mean that, for example, precautions is not part of the precautions in attack is not part of the education, but it's not necessarily part of the educations of low-ranking soldiers who are not participating in the planning of military operations, for example. So
that covers perfectly one aspect of my second question, which was whether or not military training in the law of armed conflict is differentiated by rank. And of course, for the principle of precautions, it makes complete sense that for planned targeting, the greatest focus and training in precautions would be for senior officers.
Exactly. And in our education system, it's an important and core principle that we see progressive training, and we see that the training you receive if you are, for example, a sergeant, is at one level, and then if you enter officer school or officer educations, officer programs, there will be a development so that the next level is more comprehensive, deeper, and more complicated. So that there's always progression between the different levels of education. We also differentiate when we do mission-specific training, so that, for example, if we're sending troops to Afghanistan, some part of the personnel will receive only the basic stuff, what they need to know to function, whereas others, officers, for example, taking part in the targeting process, will receive significantly broader training. So I guess we can say we operate on 2 levels. There's the formal educational system, and then there's the mission-specific training that every soldier who's being deployed will receive prior to the deployment. And in both situations, we definitely differentiate amongst rank and also in relation to which tasks they will be doing.